Um, right, James, firstly, can you explain the chaos of this morning? I mean, what must have been turmoil finding out the news you were losing two key players?
Yeah, I think a few director of crickets around the county circuit would have had a few busy hours this morning. Obviously, terrible news coming out of the England camp with all those PCR tests proving positive. So, first and foremost, thoughts are with those individuals, and hopefully their return to full health is good. But obviously, with that, it caused a little bit of chaos amongst the county teams, and we've been affected, obviously, with Ben Stokes now being called in to captain his country, which is awesome, and Brian Cast being involved. So we've had to rejig our team a little bit. We had to get Jack Burnham back up from Beckenham. We had Graham Clark on the sidelines here, so they've both come into the playing 11 for Stokes and Cast. But yeah, very busy morning trying to organise some things.
And I gather it's not like-for-like replacements, it's just who you've got available.
Yeah, very much. I mean, it's pretty hard to replace Ben Stokes and Brian Cast. So, there's obviously a huge amount of flexibility with the terms of that like-for-like scenario. And it needs to be, because obviously every county that's had to replace players have only been notified a few hours earlier, and got to think on your feet a little bit. We're an away team here at Warwickshire. Obviously, our second team is 3 or 4 hours away from us. So, there had to be a degree of flexibility, and luckily, I think most teams have had that. Yeah.
And Jack Burnham was then dispatched from Beckenham in Kent to try and get up here. I presume he arrived at some point this afternoon, did he?
Yeah, he got here about 3:30. So
just as it rained.
Pretty much just as it rained. So hopefully we get some decent weather tomorrow, and we can press on with some batting, and hopefully get a few points under our belts.
Yeah, I mean, that's what this has effectively been reduced to now, isn't it? A bonus point game, and it's a pity because Essex sit out this week. They'll be quite happy with what's gone here, and not have pulled off a big win against Derbyshire as well.
Yeah. Tomorrow's still a huge day for us, Marty, in the context of our season. So if we can have a good batting morning tomorrow, that first session, then that provides us with an opportunity to potentially go into next week with a whole lot to play for. So that's an exciting proposition for our playing group. That's why you work so hard during the winter and through the first part of the season, is to ultimately, put ourselves in a position going into the last game to have a crack at potentially getting to Division 1. So that means tomorrow for us is a big day to hopefully collect a few more points to put us in that position going into our last game next week at Riverside.
And at a crucial point where you're reaching this junction in the county championship, and the group stages of the T20 are coming to an end. I mean, the clubs who've lost players today, I think 12 clubs have been affected. They could all have done without this, couldn't they?
Oh, massively. But it's just such a unique situation that we find ourselves in, again, with this COVID problem that we're seeing, all over the world. So you got to think on your feet. And there's a bit of fun and games with that. It's not great for the people that it's impacting, but you got to be just incredibly fluid with the situation that's going on at the moment.